Hey Samford fans, welcome into this week's edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola. I'm John McAfoose. Very happy today to be joined by Samford's senior quarterback, Chris Oladokun. Chris, I appreciate you making some time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Well, let's start with the big story, which is obviously the fact that you guys will not have a season in the fall. Hopeful to play in the spring, a lot to be determined with that, but obviously there was a big period of uncertainty and you guys had to kind of keep practicing and pushing through that. What was your mentality really from the time you got back on campus until the time that decision was made?
We were really just working like we were playing, Tennessee Tech. We were just working towards that. There was a lot of uncertainty, and you hear it was crazy because I was like checking Twitter every day, just trying to find answers because no one really had answers. But we were just working still, like we're playing, like we're gonna play September 3rd. And, once we found out we weren't, obviously things changed from there. But no, I don't think our work or our intensity or anything changed.
There are some FCS teams that are still playing some non-conference schedules, and the SoCon, of course, let that be decided by each member institution whether they wanted to play non-conference. Samford, of course, is not. Where did you stand on the possibility of maybe playing just one or two non-conference games?
Personally, I was, I didn't think the risk-reward was great enough, to play, just one game, possibly just an FSU game or maybe another game added after that, which was also not guaranteed. So, I think, with the COVID-19 and everything, just the risk reward, it was too much. We're going to go out there and practice, for 4 weeks before we play a game, and then just to play 60 minutes and then our season's sort of over. Then where do you go from there? And then, people at FSU maybe getting testing positive, giving it to us and vice versa. So, I just think that was like a huge risk.
Since the announcement was made, what has the mentality been like at practice?
Really, it's just us holding each other accountable, being positive and just taking lemons and making lemonade with it right now. Really, just hopefully we get to stay the whole semester on campus, and we'll see how the COVID, how those tests go throughout all of campus. But really right now, I think this is a good time for us to as a team get closer. Try some new things out, move some guys around, do some different things that we wouldn't regularly get to do.
Looking forward to the possibility of a spring season again. A lot of unknown. We've seen some ideas and some timelines thrown out by coaches, administrators, student athletes. To you, in order to have a successful spring season, if it's even possible, what does it look like?
I think it's definitely going to be pretty hard, just in my opinion. It's just so close, with the spring season and then going right into the fall season, because I think I've seen some things, where they're talking about possibly moving the fall, what would be fall championships, moving those to like the end of the spring in like May or something like that. And then you'd have like a month or so to, regroup, rest guys, and then you're right back at it and straight into camp. And, guys it's going to happen every year. Guys get injured, miss some time, and if it's major time, then, they're missing a whole nother year on top of that. So I think it's definitely going to be hard. Obviously I want to play. Just sitting here and not being able to play and seeing other people play is tough. But at the same time, we got to, weigh all the options and all the risks that go into, playing.
You'll have the option, of course, to come back again next year, regardless of if you play in the spring or not. Is that something you've put some thought into or talked to the coaching staff about?
For sure. I was down in Tampa when, all this. I went home after, the decision was made for a week. And I talked to my family about it, talked with Coach Hatcher. I think it was best for me to, stay here, with Coach Hatcher, over this offseason. He's been working with me a lot, just fine-tuning some technique things, going over the playbook, simplifying some things. So I think that's been really good. And I've been really excited about it. I've been excited with the growth, not only as within our team and our coaching staff, but, myself individually as well. So, I thought I was really excited about, the opportunity to come back.
Let's talk a little bit about the coaching staff. There's certainly been some turnover in that area. A lot of it was on the defensive side of the ball, but you do have a new offensive coordinator, Derek Sherman, who has familiarity with the program. He's been the wide receivers coach for a couple of years, but now elevated to the OC. How has that transition gone?
It's been great. Coach Sherman brings a lot of juice every day. And I think, especially in the dog days, it's hot out there. And after, a couple of weeks, dudes get tired, and he brings that juice every single day. He's consistent. We know what we're going to get out of him every single day. Every single day he comes to work. So, it's been really good, get to know him better, really pick his brain, him get to know me and pick my brain. So, I'm really excited, and I'm glad that he, got the promotion to OC.
Now that you've been with this program for a year, or really a little more than a year at this point, what's your overall comfort level like within this program?
Oh, I've loved it. I've grown to love it. This has become, a home away from home for me. And at first, it was a little uncomfortable because I've never lived outside of Tampa. But now, I've some of the greatest friends I have right now are here, and I've really meshed with the guys really well and gotten more comfortable with the coaching staff and just the city of Birmingham, as a whole. So it's been really great, to be honest.
When you guys do return to action, what are your expectations internally in the locker room for what you guys can accomplish on the field?
Big things, sky's the limit with us right now. I think consistency is, something that we're really harping on this year. Consistency, accountability, toughness. We got a lot of guys back. We got guys like Montrell, Big Jai outside, Kendall Watson, and then our defense with the new defensive staff. The amount of juice they've showed at practice has been great to see, especially when there's coaching turnover. You can sort of see some slacking off sometimes, but, they've came in and done a great job too, so I'm excited, to see this whole team work.
All right, Chris, we're going to end with some rapid-fire questions. We're going to do 5
Let's do it.
about you and then 5 about your teammates.
Got you.
All right, ready? All right, TV show you're currently binge-watching.
Oof.
Or recently have binge-watched.
I'd say recently, The Office for like the 100th time right now.
Classic. You can never go wrong with that.
Never go wrong.
Most influential person in your life?
I'd say this is sort of like a combo answer. I'd say my family, but specifically like my mom, my dad, and my little brother and my little sister.
All-time favorite athlete?
Man, LeBron James.
Favorite sport outside of football? It can be to play or to watch.
Basketball for sure.
Okay, to play, watch, or both?
Definitely to play. I love playing basketball. And then to watch, I'd say hockey to watch, especially as a Lightning fan, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're having a good season for sure. They've got a chance. What song or album do you have on repeat currently?
Oh, Nothing Was the Same by Drake all the time.
All right, we're going to switch to your teammates now. Most likely to be late to practice?
Oh, my boy Ty Herring. That's like my son, and he's definitely the most likely to be late.
Best dressed?
Oof. I'm definitely up there, but someone else best dressed, I might have to give it to a lot of guys. My boy Tay Berry does his thing. He dresses pretty well.
How about worst dressed?
Oof, worst dressed. My boy Jason Houston. Now, I'm not saying he looks bad, but my man, he stays to his stuff, man. He's got blue jeans on and boots every single day. So he's consistent. I'd say that he's consistent. That's just not my style, but yeah, he's consistent.
Best hype man?
Oh, my boy Bert.
You
know he brings the juice every single day. That's my guy, and it's his birthday today, so shout out to him.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bert. I put that question in there just for him. I knew that was going to be the answer.
Come on, gotta be Bert.
Biggest trash talker?
Oof. I'll give it, Tamarcus Cheeks was talking a lot of trash to me yesterday, and I had never really seen that out of him. But besides him, I definitely say Mike Williams on the offensive line. He gets after it during the game. So.
Most likely to be famous for something outside of football?
Nelson. Nelson's gonna be like a singer, or he's gonna be like a pastor one day that makes it big time. I could definitely see him being pretty famous.
Chris, I really appreciate your time, man, and I know we're all looking forward to seeing you guys back on the field as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
Samford quarterback Chris Oladokun. I'm John McAfee. That'll do it for this edition of the Student Athlete Spotlight presented by Coca-Cola.